What's going on, everybody? It is the Friday edition of the PrizePicks Prop Show here at FTNDaily.com. My name is Zach Graham, aka Kaweisenberg DFS, ready to dive into tonight's 9-game slate of NBA action to close out our work week. Before we get to the tool, do want to remind you of three things. First, of course, if you have not signed up yet at PrizePicks, you can do so by using code FTN, and that promo code is going to give you a 100% deposit match bonus up to $100. And of course, you can build similar, if not the exact same plays we talk about on this PrizePicks Prop Show over at Underdog Fantasy. You can scan the QR code that's on the screen right now, or just head to underdogfantasy.com, use that promo code FTN, and you will also get a 100% deposit match bonus up to $100 at Underdog Fantasy with that promo code FTN. And of course, right now, we are still celebrating the unveiling of our new PrizePicks prop tool. So you can use code FTN Hoops, all one word, and that'll give you 35% off your first month of an FTN DFS subscription. So again, promo code is FTN Hoops. It's all one word, 35% off your first month with us. Let's head to the prop tool, and we will start in Memphis tonight, where, of course, the Grizzlies season has not panned out at all as they or probably any of us expected. And of late, it's been the Jaren Jackson Jr. show with guys like Ja Morant and Desmond Bane and Marcus Smart, and the list goes on in terms of the lengthy absences that the Grizzlies have suffered. Mostly, lately, again, the Triple J show, losing efforts. But Jaren Jackson Jr. out tonight, and the lowly Blazers coming to town. So Memphis is actually favored here by 1.5 tonight, which has, again, been a rarity over the last few months. So I want to start here, Blazers and Grizzlies, and I'm going right to the top. I'm glad that the tool spit this out as well, because this is where my mind went first when looking at the board at PrizePicks this morning. We're going to slot in Santi Aldama's more than 6 rebounds tonight. Santi going to have more opportunities across the board to produce this evening with Triple J out of there. And the fact that this game is supposed to remain competitive, it's got a very nasty 208.5 implied total right now, but that's not going to make me shy away from grabbing Santi's more than 6 rebounds here. And let's jump to the Pistons. And we talked about Jaden Ivey a few streams ago. Pistons taking on the Cavs, and I should say hosting the Cavs. 9-point home underdogs are the Pistons. I want to go back to Jaden Ivey today, looking at his points prop of 14.5. He's been shooting really poorly of late. We talked about that the last time I brought up Jaden Ivey, and that has not really been fixed over the last few games. Just 31% from the field and 23% from 3 over his last 6. And I know Jaden Ivey hasn't been a revelation here in his sophomore season with Detroit, but he's much better than that recent sample would indicate. Shooting splits this season, 45, 36, 74. So I think some positive regressions certainly in the cards for Ivey in the coming games and weeks. Again, Pistons 9-point home dogs against the Cavs tonight. So they've got their work cut out for them, but I and our tool think that this prop is a bit too low, given Jaden Ivey's role on this team. Of course, Killian Hayes no longer with Detroit. Marcus Sasser still working his way back. So let's slot in the more than 14.5 points here for Jaden Ivey, even in that tough matchup. So there's my 2-pick entry for this morning. Santi Aldama over 6 rebounds. Jaden Ivey Santi Aldama more than 6 rebounds. Jaden Ivey more than 14.5 points. And of course, there's our 2-pick. Let's go back to the tool to find some correlation. One of the best things about this new tool. And so we'll stick in Detroit here. Jalen Duren probably has the toughest job on the team tonight, having to deal with the Jarrett Allen Evan Mobley front court. Of course, Isaiah Stewart is back in the mix, back from his suspension. Duren will have some assistance down there, but the tool is pointing us to less than the 13.5 points prop given to Jalen Duren. And so I like slotting that one in here. And that's going to give us a correlation bonus of plus 1.1%. So not eye-popping, but very, very solid here for our first pairing. So in that Cleveland-Detroit game, got Jaden Ivey more than 14.5 points. We're taking Jalen Duren less than 13.5 points. And so now we're going to go back, of course, to Blazers and Grizzlies. And I think all of my correlation picks since we unveiled the tool, 2+ weeks ago, have been from the same team here in our hunt for those good correlation plays. So let's change things up a little bit here, because just a 1.5 point spread in Memphis tonight. Again, Triple J out for the Grizz. DeAndre Ayton is unlikely to go here, in addition to a number of other Blazers absences that we've been used to. Your Shaedon Sharpe, Malcolm Brogdon, Scoot Henderson. So sliding in Jeremy Grant, more than 22.5 points here, assuming this one, as Vegas points to, being a competitive game, full for the full 48 minutes here. Getting in Jeremy Grant, more than 22.5 points, that shoots us up to plus 2.7% correlation bonus in the PrizePicks prop tool. So getting a significant boost there. And that is going to be my 4-pick power play this morning. You can see there the tool giving it an EV of plus 75.2%. So Jaden Ivey, more than 14.5 points. Jalen Duren, less than 13.5 points in Pistons Cavs. Santi Aldama, more than 6 rebounds. And Jeremy Grant, more than 22.5 points in Blazers Grizzlies. That'll do it for the Friday edition of the PrizePicks Prop Show. Of course, throughout the rest of the day, whether you're in the Pick'em Games channel of the FTN Discord or just on X, formerly known as Twitter, you can find me at Kawhisenberg DFS for any questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want a second pair of eyes on props that you are eyeing. We're back tomorrow here at FTN Daily with another edition of the PrizePicks Prop Show. We'll see you guys then.